This particular video is quite controversial. In fact, it is extremely controversial. You see this screenshot. It was obtained from a screen recording that was done by Rakeb. She's the one to your right. And the other one that you see to the left, her name is Urim Solomon. They are both Ethiopian. And they are both Chris Oyakhilome's sons' wives, alleged wives. But they did not become Oyakhilome's sons' wives voluntarily. Not because they love the son, the boy called Desmond, but they were manipulated and tricked into becoming the wives. I just say wives is a polite term that I can use for sex slaves, because that's what they were turned into by this Oyakhilome's boy called Desmond. This boy is very notorious and he is very abusive. He traffics these young ladies from Ethiopia. Ethiopia is his hotspot for all these young ladies that he ends up trafficking to Nigeria. He brings them over under the false pretense that he will offer them a job opportunity. He promises them employment, agrees with them a salary that he will pay them. Upon arrival, he changes everything. He turns everything upside down. He turns and converts them into his puppets. He converts them into his SEX workers. That's exactly what Rakeb was telling us about. That was her experience. She was lied to. She was told to go to Nigeria. And she was promised a job. When she got there, she ended up becoming an SEX slave of Chris Oyakhilome's son. Before I continue to talk about the screen recording of the video that they had with Chris Oyakhilome's son naked, let me just make this disclaimer. Do you think that Chris Oyakhilome is not aware that his own son is trafficking young girls to Nigeria? Do you think he is not aware of all these trafficking activities that are going on in one of his houses that his son is living in? Do you think the mother of this notorious boy is not aware of all these activities of this boy? You think Kathy doesn't know that her own son is trafficking young girls from Ethiopia and crossing them over to Nigeria under this false pretense of employment and turning them into SEX slaves? If that's what you think, that these two are not aware, or even the pastors are not aware, then you must be a dummy. The dummiest dummy that I have ever known in my entire life. Chris Oyakhilome has seen this boy of his with these ladies, not once, not twice, but so many times, with different ladies. You think he never bothered to ask, who are these girls? What are you doing with these girls? That's what you think in your carnal mind. And Kathy has been visiting this boy's house, and she has been seeing all these girls all over the place. And you think she has never bothered to ask, my son, who are these girls? What are you doing with these girls? That's what you think, that Kathy has never asked about these things. Then you must be one of the dummiest dummy that I have ever known. Chris is aware of this. Kathy is aware of this. Pastor Ken is aware of this. All the top management at Christ Embassy, they are all aware of what this boy is doing. And they actually support it. They back him up. Because this boy is nothing. He's just a useless vagabond. He has no purpose, no meaning at all. Because he's a son of perdition. How this boy came to life, the process, the ritual was diabolical. What can you expect from a son of perdition? He's an abomination child. That's why he is so loose the way that he is loose. And that's why he is allowed to do whatever that he wants to do. They cannot ask him a question. They can't challenge him. They can't stop him. Because they know he is a loose cannon. If he decides to say, okay, I'm going to scatter the table, I'll let the whole world know that this is what my father, my alleged father, did with my alleged mother. Yet they are brothers and sisters. Then the entire Christ Embassy will crumble to ashes. Now let's look at the screenshot. This is actually a video. Do you remember in the testimonial when the young lady was telling us about what this boy used to make them do when he has traveled for the so-called programs, stage-managed programs that he comes up with? Because according to the lady, she told me that there's no single program that this boy has done that was his. He has not gathered a single crowd in his entire life. All the events that he does are all stage-managed. He just goes and bombards someone's event, and he will go back with pictures to his father and lie that, no, that was my event. I did miracles, just so that he can collect money from his father. I've heard that he has been coming up with different types of apps. Is it the Synergy or Synergy app? That he extorted huge sums of money from his father, lying that this app will do this, will do that, will do this. Yet when he got that money, he used it for something else different. He's a broken boy. He's a 419. But what can you expect if the father is one? Like father, like son. So he's literally a low-key scammer, the boy, the daysman boy. That's how broken he is. And he lies to the father so many times, collects cars, pretends that he wants to give them to so-and-so. When he gets those cars, he uses them for whatever reason that he wants. He's very cunning and he's very manipulative to the father. And the reason why the father has a very soft spot for his own son. Because if this was a nephew, the father would not have tolerated this boy for this long. If he was a nephew, never. It's because it's his son. That's why he has a very soft spot for him. Anything he asks for, he gets it. Without question. Without question. What makes him so special? How many other sisters does Chris have? How many other nephews does Chris have? What's so special about Daysman if he's only just a nephew? Kathy also have other children, no, another girl. Why is it only Daysman who's on the spotlight? Because they know what they did. They know who he is. That's why they have to make sure that they make him feel so comfortable. As comfortable as they possibly can. So I'm still talking about this screenshot. It was a recording of Daysman video calling these two girls. And on the video call, he was doing things. That's why I always tell you that this boy is broken. Very, very broken. And when he's doing things, he's not only doing them alone. He'll also tell the wives to let loose of everything. He'll also let loose of everything. And you start dancing with water, pouring water on himself. Pour me water. The things that I see, in this enlightenment series, the things that I have seen, the things that I keep seeing. Sometimes I wish I was you, the one that is just watching, not the one that is dealing with these matters. He will be pouring water on himself, dancing for them. Everything loose on him, everything. There's nothing on. And he's making moves. The moves that you were... You would wonder, why do Sons of Perdition behave in such a way? Why are they disconnected like that? The boy is very loose. He has loose screws up here. He was doing things that are beyond your imagination. So the purpose of me doing this whole thing is to just give a glimpse to those that keeps demanding evidence. Give us evidence. That's not evidence. That's not evidence. We are not under any obligation to give you or anyone evidence. Because the case that is at hand is not a minor case. It's a very huge case. The moment you know our defense, then we become weak. We will hit you with what you do not see coming. That's why they do not even know what to do. Christ Embassy as a whole. Or Daysman as a Mugu that he is. Or Oyakhilome himself. Or Kathy. Because they do not know what we have. Why do they not press charges on these, defaming allegations, as they call them? Why not? Why not take one to court? Why not take me to court? Why not take her to court for defaming their character? Because we are defaming their character, right? According to them. They are scared like little babies. They are wetting their pants as we speak. Because what is going to follow on their head is going to break their necks. They thought they'll get away with this. You don't always get away with crime, with sex trafficking, that these Daysman of a boy has been doing. He will not get away with this one. Believe you me, he won't. And Chris Oyakhilome is one way or the other connected to this entire syndicate. Kathy, they are like partners in crime with Daysman. Partners in crime like this. Kathy is a mafia in her own making. A mafia. A top-tier mafia. Don't even see her as a holy person. She's actually the gatekeeper in that shrine. She's a top-notch mafia. She's the one who enables this boy to do whatever that he does. She cares about no one. And I don't think she has an idea of how many lives she has destroyed. That woman that you see called Kathy, Chris Oyakhilome's sister. Oh, my people. Don't be deceived by all those fake smiles. Even Chris himself, don't be deceived by those white suits and that perm that you see on his head. What is in here? No be small thing. There's more that is coming. There's more that will keep proving you wrong. I can see the comments are decreasing. Those that were saying at first, no, she has never gone there. No, she has never met a Chris. No, she has never met Daysman. No, all that she's talking about is a lie. Keep talking and I'll keep proving you wrong. We don't come here. The moment you see us coming here, we just don't come for gossip here. We're not bloggers. I always told you. I'm not a blogger. I'm not blogging. If you want blogging, go there. And we don't do this so that we shake the world. No, we just want to shake a very small group in Christ. A very small group. Those very few ones that have the ability to think independently. They do not know they have that ability. What we're just trying to do here is to spark that intuitive mind, that critical mind. If we give it a good spark, eventually they'll start seeing what we are seeing. And at the end of the day, all these victims that are being held under captivity by Daysman or in Christ Embassy will be set free. With that being said, I'm out.